Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
Welcome to another NOLAnerd video game video. I dropped my pencil.
Doesn't matter.
Super professional. Anyway, today we are going to be talking about something that is 50 days away. We are at the 5-0 countdown. Can you guess what it is, Chris?
50 days from now.
I would hope you know, because we already talked about what we're going to talk about.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't listening. What is it?
Yeah, no. E3's coming up.
That's
E3 21 Quattro. 50 days away. And so we thought, this is right enough time. Like, this is like the best timetable for, armchair video game consulting and predictions and wish lists, because we have enough information that you can kind of derive some guesses, but we're still far enough away where nothing's like set in stone. The leaks haven't started. So, because it's kind of cheating at that point. You know what I mean? Like,
anybody can predict who's going to win the Super Bowl when you get a box score at the end of the night.
Right? Like last year, or was it the year before, they leaked beyond like an hour before the show started.
Yeah.
Kind of, I don't like it when that happens. So we're going to do our predictions for E3 2014. No one in particular. Like, just predictions in general. I'm going to try and hit each of the three main ones, but, for the most part, just predict what you want. I don't know what he's predicting. He doesn't know what I'm predicting. We're just going to throw it out there, and we'll converse about it. And then we'll end with a wish list. Like, predictions are what we think is feasibly going to happen. Like,
yes.
An actual prediction. And then we're going to have our wish list, which is what we would just really love to see happen.
Uh-huh.
So, Chris, hit us with your first prediction.
Well, I'm gonna go with all three companies also bit by
Okay.
bit.
So who do you want to start with first?
I'll do Nintendo first.
Let's start with Nintendo.
Let's do Nintendo first.
They released first.
They do. I predict that this year we're going to see more first-person games. A new Zelda, another Mario.
First party?
Yeah, that's it. Party. Zelda, Mario, Metroid?
Do you think... See, that's my prediction, is I think we are going to get a Metroid. The signs have been there, like his little pin.
Yeah,
but
Reggie's a jerk, so who
right,
knows?
I feel like it's been enough time.
It has. It's been like 7 years.
Yeah.
So, but I think a new Zelda, definitely. Another Mario, because kids eat Mario up. Metroid is like way on the outside chance. Even though I think that the signs are there and it's likely, I'm not holding my breath.
At one point, there was a rumored Metroid Star Fox crossover. Because they took place in the same universe, apparently.
Did they?
That's what if the crossover happened, it becomes canonical. But I would love a new Metroid game, and it doesn't. I don't even want it to be a first person game. I want it to be an actual like HD 2D.
What are you talking about? You can get Zero Mission on your Wii U. That's just as good.
I'm just saying, if we can get 2D HD Mario games, why can't we get a 2D HD Metroid game?
Because they hate Metroid. Duh.
God, it's so frustrating.
But I'm also thinking we may see a price cut on the Wii U.
I think that's very likely. They're getting pounded right now by the competition sales.
Maybe some renewed indie support. Renewed third-party support.
They've got a big one in Shovel Knight, which hasn't come out yet. But, I mean, really, when you talk indie, the name, your mind always goes to Sony now.
Yeah.
But
there's got to be some people who are inspired by the Wii U control pad.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that no one is.
Some games like started very strong on the Wii U shop, like that game SteamWorld Dig, which just came to PS4, was a 3DS game for a long time. Speaking of 3DS, I think one of my predictions for Nintendo is I think we're finally going to get the Majora's Mask HD, like the 3D. They're going to remake Majora's Mask. The 3DS is hurting for 2014. 2013 was a banner year for the 3DS, but 2014 started with Bravely Default, and then there's Smash Brothers, and then we've got nothing. There's nothing on the horizon. There's a Kirby game this month, but that is it.
Yeah. So maybe something big for the 3DS, but I think the biggest stuff's going to come for the Wii U because it needs it more.
I think what they're going to focus on, if I could pick certain games that we know will be there, but I think will be the focus, I think we're going to get more on X, the game by the people that did Xenoblade, that RPG. I think we're finally going to see what the hell Shin Megami Cross Fire Emblem is. They announced that last year, like or forever ago.
I bet we get a teaser and that's it.
Yeah, I really want something like we know it's coming to America.
Yeah,
tell us when.
But
tell us what it is.
But listen, Nintendo has such ill will towards its fans.
It's so weird
that I can imagine them being like, "Oh, here's Shin Megami X, whatever, Fire Emblem. Right? Here's a teaser, like a 20-second teaser. It's coming later."
Yeah. I mean, what do you think they're gonna? Do you think they're gonna have any third-party game surprises?
I can't imagine.
Because they surprised everyone when they announced Bayonetta 2.
Sure.
Not last year, but when they first showed off the Wii U. Like that, no one's expected that. But since then, I mean, do we have...
I can't imagine anyone that... I mean,
they're losing support.
The support is vanishing. Yeah. And I can't imagine anyone who's like, yes, this is the game I want to put solely on the Wii U. Because no one has Wii U.
Well, I think at that point it's got to be like the Bayonetta situation where Nintendo stepped in to help finance it, or how Microsoft helped finance Dead Rising 3.
But what game is big enough for that?
Right. Like, I don't know. It's weird, right? I don't know. So
I mean, I'm sure there will be a big surprise because Nintendo's due for a big E3.
Yeah, they
haven't had one for a long time.
Not since that one where they showed like all of the game.
Yeah, the last one they won. So who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, really at this point, it's just
Nintendo is really the hardest to predict for because they have the stuff that you can guarantee. And then you never know what kind of odd... Oh, they'll probably show Yarn Yoshi.
Yeah.
That was another game that they announced and then never talked about.
What was the year? The year the Vitality Sensor came out. And we were convinced something huge was coming.
And then it just...
Utterly convinced. And we waited and waited. It's like, here's the Vitality Sensor and here's Wii Music.
Yep, that was their big surprise. But it was the year after that they came back full force and won it. Yeah. So it takes a humbling. So hopefully they're really... they just had their big Smash Bros. Showcase, so hopefully that means that they won't have to focus too much of that.
Maybe they'll have someone new to throw in Smash.
They got to have at least one more reveal, but I mean, I hope that they cover a wide range because they really need to prove to people that the games are coming.
Yeah.
Because right now it's Mario Kart and Smash in December. Oh, holiday, which could technically mean early next year. So who knows? They need to hit us with some games.
They need to do something
bad.
Yeah, they're not doing so good.
And I hate just being all doom and gloomy for the Wii U, but I mean the numbers are there. It needs to pick up.
I've never been to a place where the Wii U sold out.
Yeah,
never.
But anyway, we can have a whole discussion about the state of the Wii U later. But let's move on. Which company would you like to tackle next?
Let's do Microsoft.
Okay, Microsoft. May I start? I think guaranteed we're going to get the games that were leaked way back in January, February when the Mole released like all their big plans, which confirmed like E3. And so those games are going to be, I'm pretty sure we're going to get Forza Horizon 2 confirmed. Mm-hmm. I mean, these two games are pretty much the worst kept secrets by Microsoft. And then the Halo 2 Anniversary Edition, because it's the 10th year anniversary. And with the confirmation that Halo 5 got delayed till next year, you can almost guarantee that Halo 2 Anniversary will come packaged with a Halo 5 multiplayer beta. I mean, those two are gimmies. There's been a new Forza every year. And they're not going to squander the 10-year anniversary of Halo 2. So that's just... What do you? And then the other rumors in that leak was Crackdown 3.
Yeah.
But not till like 2016. So I think we're going to get a very early like reveal, but just so people know it's coming. I think we'll get they just started work when they got the license to Gears of War in January, so they literally pretty much have nothing to work with. But I think we will get some kind of teaser, purely CG Gears of War something. Just let people know it's coming. And I think we'll finally see the new Fables game, like gameplay. I think we'll get an on-stage demo of that. Because you can't all be trailers. I think the 3 games we're going to get on-stage demos for, if I had to guarantee, Quantum Break, Sunset Overdrive, because we're going to see what it looks like. Last year we got a concept trailer. We got to see what it looks like because they've shown us nothing.
Right.
And I think we're going to get Fable Legends because that is another game that I believe is coming out this year. But also probably Forza and Halo 2.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like surprises, there's rumors that Capcom has a surprise announcement, and that Phil Spencer, when he became president, leaked that or hinted that they have a exclusive Japanese game lined up. And all the rumors are hinting towards Platinum Games, the people behind Bayonetta, Wonderful 101, Vanquish, and stuff like that. So they got to have something because they launch in Japan in September. They got to have some game for them, and I'm sure they'll showcase that. Outside of that, though, I think they're going to try and kind of play catch-up on the indie side because Sony's kind of just killing them on that point. And I think they're going to be like, hey, here's some indies coming to my Xbox. Uh-huh. Like they showed that one last year, Below. And I think they got to show off some other games that are exclusive, if they have any. I know they have like 2 that use the Kinect, but outside of that, I think they're going to try and throw some indie support in there. But from that, the main games: Halo, Forza, Crackdown, Fable, a Gears teaser, and we'll finally see gameplay for Quantum and Sunset. What do you think?
Well, here's what I expect from Microsoft. I do expect to see at least a teaser for Gears. I expect to see about 20 minutes of Halo nonsense, whether it's a teaser for 2 and 5 or 2 gameplay and 5 teasers, some combination thereof.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely get a teaser for 5.
I expect to see 20 minutes of Kinect, something on Kinect.
Ooh, you think Rare will show a real game?
No.
Like a new Banjo?
No.
Okay.
Probably. I'm not even. I mean, that's a little glib, but I really don't.
Well, I only say that because they finally launched Kinect Sport Rivals, so technically we don't know what game they're working on now.
Well, their track record's not great.
Yeah.
So I'm not holding.
We'll probably also see a debut of Killer Instinct Season 2. Yeah.
I also kind of predict a slim, either a slimmer model or a Kinectless model.
That's
or a disk driveless model. Something
to drop the price.
Some sort of variant.
Like they'll have the main version that'll remain at 500, but then that's another thing. Like if we don't see an outright price drop, especially with the news that they did not beat out PlayStation after Titanfall and everything.
Yeah.
But either a disc drive, I don't think they're going to get rid of the Kinect. And I'll get into that in another show that we talk about, but I honestly don't think we're ever going to see a time when we don't get Kinect because their entire philosophy revolves around having that in the living room.
Yeah.
I think we will see a disc driveless one before it. A pure digital only with a larger hard drive, but hopefully cheaper at that point. But I mean, I don't think we'll see a Kinectless one because they have not backed down from their standpoint that it's necessary.
It doesn't have to be Kinectless. I'm just thinking some sort of hardware variant. Yeah. 20 minutes of Kinect nonsense. Some big exclusive. They have to have something exclusive. Whether they're announcing Titanfall 2 exclusive DLC or anything for that. And we're probably gonna see a lot of Titanfall stuff. I'm sure. Maybe the new map packs or whatever.
If they announce Titanfall 2 exclusivity, that would be huge because the rumors are swirling that it's going multi-platform.
Right. Something for something Battlefield, something Call of Duty.
Yeah, I think EA is going to show their support like they did last year. We're going to get a teaser for the new Battlefield. We're going to get the new Battlefront probably. We'll get Star Wars Battlefront. We'll get exclusive. If I had to guess, The Division will show up as a third party. Because they announced that the Xbox One is getting exclusive Division DLC.
If they can do something big with the Division, but we have to wait for an announcement for it.
Exactly.
But even if they just throw it out there, that's pretty huge.
Yeah. So like we were going to talk later, we'll talk Sony and who we think their third party partners will be. Mm-hmm. For Microsoft, I think a new Capcom partnership because Dead Rising 3 did so well.
Yeah.
Definitely EA. I think we'll see because EA has their own conference, but then they also show up at the main ones.
Sure.
So I think Battlefront
maybe UFC.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean,
show off the new sports stuff.
I feel like if you're gonna make the Xbox the shooter thing, stereotype, UFC exclusivity or exclusive content for the Xbox One would probably not be a bad idea.
This will be an interesting year because last year EA threw all in with the Xbox One because back then they were expecting that would be the sales leader. We'll see if the PlayStation 4 sales have reversed any of that and if EA still is full on support. Ooh, Dragon Age Inquisition. I think we'll get a spot on the Xbox because it was being developed back when they were still supporting Xbox on everything. So I think it will get some Xbox exclusive stuff.
Probably.
Any other predictions for Microsoft?
Not really. I mean, the price drop would be the biggest thing as far as I'm concerned. But
that'll be the one that generates the most news, I believe.
But I mean, every Microsoft conference over the last 5 years has had an inordinate amount of time spent with Kinect.
Except last year.
But usually there's a lot of Kinect bull crap, and I'm sure we're going to get a summer of Xbox Live again.
I hope so, because again, that falls down to the indie thing,
yeah,
where they need it because they have nothing right now.
Nope.
All right, well, let's move on to Sony.
Yes.
And what do you predict for Sony? What's your first prediction?
My first prediction is gameplay for Uncharted 4.
Like a true trailer.
Like a true trailer. I mean, Sony's in a really good place right now. Everything's going really well, so I don't expect them to do too much to shake things up. Like, I don't expect a new hardware variant or anything like that. Maybe some bundles. This
is where they need to prove that they're not going to rest on their laurels and they're going to just continue.
Yeah, they're probably gonna make some bundles. Like, I'm sure there's gonna be a Phantom Pain bundle, and
I think the first bundle they'll announce is a Destiny bundle.
Yeah,
if I had to guess,
something along those lines. They'll probably announce bundles, but they probably won't drop the price anything.
No. Yeah, bundles to increase the perceived value, but I don't think we'll get a price drop yet because they don't need it yet.
No, they're doing so well. Uncharted gameplay. Enhanced Vita support, something for the Vita.
I think we'll get like your perfunctory, obligatory Vita showcase.
We believe in the Vita.
Maybe a sizzle reel of Vita games.
Yeah.
Today actually they just made a huge step in making the Vita awesome. They made it fully compatible with PSP. Before, only certain PSP digital stuff were compatible. Now every single PS1, PS2, and PSP digital game is compatible with the Vita. The entire library.
That's good to know.
So, but I think let's talk third parties. We talked before who we expect will be the third parties at Sony, and I think the 5 games that we'll get third party support from are some of them are the obvious ones. Like, we're gonna get a new Assassin's Creed Unity gameplay on it because for the past 5 years, Assassin's Creed has debuted at E3 at a Sony show. There's no reason to think that'll change. I believe we will get Destiny. The last showcase of Destiny before it launches. I think that's when they'll announce the bundle, and they have got to. I really hope they show us what this exclusive content is for the PlayStation and why that makes the PS4 version better.
Of it.
Yeah. The other games, I think we're gonna get Phantom Pain. Now the Phantom Pain's a toss-up because Metal Gear Ground Zeroes was debuted on the Xbox stage last year.
It's true.
But I think Phantom Pain will be shown at Sony this time, and we were talking Arkham Knight. Batman Arkham Knight with some exclusive content shown. And finally, you predicted Final Fantasy 15 would get an on-stage showcase.
I did.
Square comes out on Sony stages.
They do. I'm we'll see about that because Square, there's a company that's treated its customers worse than Nintendo. It's Square. So we'll see.
Right.
But I think 15... they'll have something to show for 15.
I think so. It's been a year since we've seen it.
I think we'll get a Vita price drop.
Oh, yeah.
And if not the Vita price drop, the Vita TV.
Oh, that would be awesome. But, because the Vita got the new model, the Vita Slim, is launching in May, so I hope we get a price drop.
I hope so, too.
But I think we'll get an indie showcase.
Of course.
Because that went over really well last year where they're like, these are console-exclusive first indie games. And it just gives you a whole other range of things to look forward to besides the AAA games. I think we're going to get a live demo of The Order.
Yeah.
Because that's another big game that's launching shortly after E3. I think there's going to be 3 new franchises shown. This is kind of a cheat because Sony recently just trademarked a bunch of new names. And I think that's because, last year they trademarked in April a game called The Order. And then at E3, there it was. So they trademarked 3 games, and I think we're going to be shown what those are. I think they're going to show off their new zombie MMO game, the H1Z1, the free-to-play one.
Yeah, their version of DayZ.
Capcom's going to show off Deep Down finally. Oh, that was it. Capcom announced that they have a huge news for Sony at E3, like a huge announcement.
Okay.
So who knows what that is? But Capcom will be there for some form of announcement. First party wise, I agree. Uncharted, I think we'll get.
It's gotta be.
I don't think they'll focus too much on Last of Us Remastered because that'll already be out by then. And also,
everyone's played it.
Yeah, it's a year-old game.
Well, I mean, literally, sales-wise, everyone's played it. So
I think because of the success of definitive editions like Last of Us and Tomb Raider, I think we'll get other ones announced.
Yeah, some sort of HD upgrades.
Yeah. But specifically Sony, I think huge news would be if they teamed up with Activision with their new partnership with Activision and Destiny to have Naughty Dog make a new Crash Bandicoot game. Like a next-gen platformer by Naughty Dog with the Crash Bandicoot license. Like going back to their roots. I think that would blow a lot of people's minds.
Yeah.
But if Sony and Microsoft both have a lot of franchises they could delve into.
Some have been dormant.
Not even talking like brand new IP, like just bringing back old ones, like relaunch, reboots. But I don't know. There's. I mean, we don't know what Media Molecule, the people that made Little Big Planet, we don't know their new game. David Cage's game, where remember the Dark Sorcerer tech demo?
Yes. His
new game. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Guerrilla Games, the makers of Killzone, have been working on something completely unrelated to Killzone. You know, I mean, who the hell knows what's going to come out? But those are our predictions. Now let's switch to wish lists.
Okay.
If you could hope for... Oh, one more prediction. I honestly think Last Guardian will be shown. If not at E3 at TGS, but I think this is the year where they show, like, the reason it's been delayed was because they moved it to the PS4.
Okay. I listen.
I know.
It's officially in Kingdom Hearts 3 territory.
Yeah.
Or until they
Remember
announce.
when you were like, it's not happening this year.
And then it happened. Yeah, well, now I'm saying the same thing for Last Guardian. So
okay.
I also think we're going to see something for Resident Evil 7.
Yeah. Whether it's going to be at the Microsoft booth, Expo or the Sony one, that's going to make a big deal.
There's going to be something.
Yeah.
And then they're going to fight zombies in the moon.
Okay.
Where else are they going to fight?
All right, wish list.
All right, wish list. I wish we were to get I wish we would get the Vita TV.
So nice.
I mentioned possibly, and there's, you know, the demand is there. I just think they're going to do it.
Right.
I wish Vita TV would maybe get a shot. I wish Microsoft would make a new IP just entirely, something innovative, like when they made Crackdown.
Right.
Something ridiculous. I wish we would get a birth of RPGs out of this, some Japanese RPGs.
Yeah.
Or something announced, even if they were remaking Final Fantasy for the 500 millionth time.
Oh shit! Could you imagine if they finally announced the 7 remake? I mean, it's not my favorite by far, but that news would be it
would be huge if they're like
Xbox exclusive Final Fantasy 7 remake. The world would explode.
Oh my god, that would be some shit. Some sort of RPGs, because their RPGs are seriously lacking at this point. Oh yeah, I forgot the Persona 5's coming out next year. We may get something for that.
I would like them to announce a next-gen version of it instead of it being PS3 only.
Yeah.
I would love to see some RPGs like you, just next-gen RPGs like The Witcher, but I would like a more turn-based Japanese RPG style. Give me Ni no Kuni 2.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, because the creator said that it sold well enough that a sequel could be in the cards, so that would be awesome. I would love. I gotta agree with you. I'd love the Vita TV to come here. I would love a new Twisted Metal game, but just next gen multiplayer Twisted Metal. I think would be awesome. I would love Capcom to be like new Mega Man. But this is my wish list. I know. 2D HD Metroid. I know.
Yeah.
In the same vein as Super Metroid. I would like a next-gen Ratchet and Clank game. I don't know. Like, a lot of my wish lists are happening right now.
Yep.
A Justice League game. Straight up, I would love Capcom to team up with Sony, because Sony seems hell-bent on making games from the Mortal Kombat people. But to be fair, that's because Warner Brothers owns DC and Warner Brothers owns the Mortal Kombat team, so that's why that happens. But I would love a Marvel vs. Capcom style DC fighting game. Just an actual 2D Street Fighter style combo style DC fighting game that would just be better than the Mortal Kombat style, because that's not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
that would be cool. I don't know. I mean, yeah.
That's the problem with E3, is that you don't know what you want till they announce it.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh my god.
Oh my god, I didn't know that I wanted the Division so bad.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. And of course, always the new game in the Chrono Trigger saga, Chrono Break.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't know. All right, but yeah, let's wrap it up. I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
And these were our predictions and wish lists for E3 2014.
49 days and counting.
I guess we can do a follow-up after when we do our reviews and grading of the conferences to see if any of our predictions panned out.
We'll have to watch this again.
Indeed. All right. Peace out.